What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo Sports Center. Today, we are actually doing a Bills video. We got to talk about the upcoming draft. In this video, I am going to list out some players I think the Bills could draft with the 30th overall pick in the first round. I will also let you know my favorite choice of these options. Let's get right into this video with my favorite option, starting it off. Nick Emmanwori, the safety out of South Carolina. Again, the Bills, I got to say, safety is the weakest position on the team. First things first, let's take a look at the current Bills safeties. Again, Damar Hamlin re-signed, Taylor Rapp, Cole Bishop, who he got some reps last year, right, but wasn't the greatest. I think safety, we could all agree, is definitely a top 3 need. I would put it as number 1, especially after Christian Benford re-signed with the team. I think cornerback is up there still as well, but yeah, I think we got to look at this kid from South Carolina. Had a 4.38 40-yard time, a very solid time there. He had 6 interceptions in 2 years, in his last 2 years in college. Again, the Bills just need safety help, and I think Emmanwori is going to be one of the top safeties in this draft. Could be a first-year starter for sure. So this is my pick. Again, with the 30th overall pick, Brandon Beane has the freedom to try to trade up a little bit, trade down a little bit, try to get an extra second round pick, maybe try to get a third round pick as well. But yeah, I think the best thing for the Bills to do is if this guy is still available when it gets to like 22, 23, 24, I think the Bills should strongly consider trading up and strengthening this defense, which was definitely the weak spot last year, the safeties. And this next position I'm going to be talking about, defensive tackle. I got 3 options for you guys, so hopefully you guys like one of these guys. Let's start with Derek Harmon from Oregon. He's got some good size in the interior defensive line. He could definitely make life easier for the Bills linebackers as well, and I think we could all agree D-tackle is one of the weakest spots on that defense, right behind safety. The Bills' run defense was really bad, so I think Harmon would be able to definitely help the run defense a little bit, also get a little bit of pressure, and then open the windows for the linebackers as well. And we all know if you have bad D tackles, the linebacker's job is just that much more difficult. So yeah, I think D tackle is definitely a spot the Bills should look for. Moving on to the next D tackle, I think the Bills should look at in the first round, Kenneth Grant from Michigan. This is a big boy, right? And the Bills lack size in that interior defensive line. Again, a whole lot of new guys were brought in last year, but not a whole lot of guys with size. You think of the last couple big-time, big defensive tackles the Bills have had. They had Linval Joseph for a little bit a couple years ago. Poona Ford didn't really work in the defense, but he's quite the hefty guy himself. If you really want to talk about a consistent, big body defensive tackle, you got to go all the way back to Marcel Darius with this Buffalo Bills team. So I think Kenneth Grant would fill that role very nicely. Again, any of these guys I'm mentioning could be first-year starters with the Bills. Again, you're not going to draft a star position at the end of the first round and expect them to go in. And again, I'm not going to be talking about anyone on the offensive side of the ball, which is strange because a lot of the time we complain that McDermott and Beane draft a little bit too much defensive, but I think without a doubt they have to go on the defensive side of the ball this year. The last D tackle I want to talk about is Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. He's kind of a great combination player, right? He's a former 5-star recruit. He's got great speed in the interior D-line. Again, if you compare him to a defensive end, maybe not, but in the middle, he has a lot of speed. So, again, how many times last year and in seasons prior do we see the Bills get penetration and they cannot get the sack? Seems like every time, right? So getting a guy with speed is definitely up there on my wish list. And then he's also very strong, too. He's a great combination defensive tackle, right? He's got the quickness, but he's able to definitely tear apart the offensive line and stop the run game as well, which is very important, as I previously mentioned. The last guy I want to talk about in this video is Maxwell Hairston, cornerback from Kentucky. Again, losing Russell Douglas most likely. The Bills have really only improved the cornerback position by re-signing Christian Benford, who is already going to be here anyway for at least another year. And they brought back former friend Dane Jackson, which we're all Bills fans. We know Dane Jackson, he's all right, but he's not going to be a starting cornerback. Again, you still have Taron Johnson, but, man, getting a guy like Hairston here would be great. Again, super fast, 4.28 40-yard time, so he's got speed. He is definitely able to cover the sidelines, able to cover the middle of the field. He's an all-in-one guy. The only concern with him is, I don't know how he's going to adapt to the NFL level, right? He's coming from Kentucky, so a solid football team, right? They've been getting up and up in the last couple seasons, played in a tough conference, so he does have good experience. It's just making that next step physically. And again, he has the speed. I would just like to see how he compares against some of the taller receivers in the league. And also, Taron Johnson already kind of our slot cornerback, so Harrison would have to learn how to cover the sidelines as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with any of my proposed options? Would you pick someone else maybe? Do you think the Bills should trade up or down? Maybe go on the offensive side of the ball, something I haven't talked about in this video because I really don't think they're going to do it, especially that late in the first round. So thank you guys for watching this video. I cannot wait for the draft. We'll have a ton of draft coverage coming up, including some mock drafts, but these are just my first round early options for the Bills. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.